Welcome, everybody, to the Awake and Sober podcast, a podcast about life and recovery through Christ. Gentlemen, how we doing today?
Good, but I think this is the part where we talk about what are we going to talk about this week.
Yeah, you know.
We can always just fold it in.
We can just skip it.
I'll just skip it.
Nobody cares what we're talking. No.
Today
What are we talking about? Then we'll go into how we...
Today, we're going to be talking about planning for the holidays and setting boundaries. Healthy boundaries.
Man, this is such a fun topic. Every year.
Yes. You don't seem too excited.
I'm elated.
Nice.
Jeremy's got it all figured out.
I guess so.
Yeah. You guys should really see his Christmas cheer.
Yeah.
That's my favorite time of year.
Off the charts.
You wear a red suit on Christmas?
Yeah, the boss wants to put me in a red suit this year.
He comes down as Scrooge.
Yeah. You are wearing a red suit this year,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be the elf.
Somebody called me a silver fox today with my beard. I was like, really? A silver fox?
Silver bear, maybe.
That's what I was like.
Silverback gorilla.
There you go.
That's better.
Jeez.
There it is.
Yeah, I don't know about a fox. A couple hundred of them.
Anyway,
Or the
Derek,
gorilla.
how was your week going? Good? Good.
My week is going good right now, man. Yeah, just really, I've had some issues with my back the last few days, but it's getting better. So I plan on, getting out back to the gym, moving around a little more. So doing good.
Good.
How about you, Mike?
My week sucked.
Oh,
Can I be
And
honest?
he's being serious.
I'm being for real. Been dealing with some sickness. Had a trip to the urgent care in the ER. Everything seemed to be okay. But yeah, it was really nice to get as much support and as many people reach out to me and just see how I was doing as I did. A lot of people I haven't talked to in a long time. So that was cool, and I really appreciate that. If anybody's listening, I appreciate those kind words and those prayers because it really does help and it shows. So, but yeah.
I was just going to say, so it must not have been from Jeremy, the kind word.
No, Jeremy said, get your ass back to work.
Yeah.
I did not.
Oh, I know. I'm just
actually, you said something very close. If I go back to the text earlier.
we won't. That's for another
I
topic.
just figured he picks on you a lot.
Yeah.
So I just figured he wouldn't have gave you the kind words, but that would have been his kind words to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Tough love, I guess.
He said you were missed today.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the rest of the week. So yeah, I get it.
They needed some grass cut, so he was
Yeah,
missing.
there it is.
Grass was getting rowdy. Need some counseling.
The weeds were getting a little out of control back there in the back.
Just go out there and scream at it.
No
But
worries.
no, other than that, life is good, man. For real. It's I'm feeling better every single day. I'm gonna try and get back to work tomorrow and see how that goes. So,
Sweet.
Pastor Shane, how's your week?
I was like, man, I was going to skip how I was doing. My week is good. I'm trying to think. It's been a pickleball week for me, I guess.
Yeah.
Just I haven't had anything to edit yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, this week has been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, trying to recover bad footage. I don't know how that happens. I mean, we record one episode and it worked perfect, and an hour later we record the next one, or 30 minutes later, and it's corrupt. So, but we got given a kick butt gift that I'm ready to use as soon as he finds the charger to it, so we could hook up that little Ninja to the Sony and hopefully never run into that issue again.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So nothing worse than a little corrupt file, because he couldn't get it back, so I knew it wasn't just on me. The guy's been doing video forever. So let's get what?
No, go right ahead.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, come on.
All I said was right on.
Oh, I thought you were going to
Glad
say
he
something else.
stepped up.
Let's get a crack-a-lackin'. Let's
Yes,
have
sir.
some fun with preparing for the holidays.
My week was good, by the way, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
you
gonna
didn't do
say-
it?
No. I was gonna say, well, we forgot about Mr. Brightside over here.
See, he gives it right back to me.
The sunny side of the street.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Yeah. It's all love.
How was your week, Big Jerv?
It's good.
Hang on, Big Perm.
People that are,
Got you
are
something.
listening, he's giving me a tissue for my issue. Golly.
I wish I could get up easily and give him a hug.
Yeah.
He looks like he might need one.
Well, this Saturday is opening day of deer season, so I'm kind of mentally checked out there. And then we close on our house on Monday.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah. But I'm good.
Closing on a new house.
Closing on the new house. If anybody's out there and looking for a house in eastern Missouri, come look at mine.
Nice pitch.
If you just like bathrooms, come look at his and a media room.
In a media room.
The
Yeah.
bathroom, to me, the shower and the media room are worth buying the house.
Yeah.
And the
garage
3-car garage,
The garage, the garage is 26 feet long. You can fit,
a boat.
a full-size Cadillac in there and still have room to walk around with a fridge and freezer in front of it.
What your Cadillac though? Because them 72s were, whoo, them babies was long.
Yeah, no, probably not one of those. Not one of those. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, Derek.
Yeah.
That is too funny.
Anyway.
You know those 72s?
Yeah, those 72s were huge.
Yeah.
They were.
On the east side.
A little 3-wheel motion.
So planning for the holidays and setting boundaries. Let's, I know we've already had countless podcast discussions on this, but what are boundaries?
Boundary?
It's not a trick question, guys.
To keep you safe.
Yes.
But what is a boundary?
A boundary is a barrier between you and something else.
Okay. A line that
I don't know if I
cross.
like the word barrier, but it can be a barrier, but a good barrier. But a line, go ahead.
A line that you don't cross.
You shouldn't cross, otherwise there's a consequence to crossing it.
Are the consequences supposed to be positive or negative, or can they be either or?
Either or. That's a good thing about a consequence. You could have a positive consequence or a negative consequence. If you break my boundary, I'm sure it's going to be a negative consequence. You uphold them, there's going to be a positive consequence to it.
Okay. Give me an idea of a positive consequence.
I'm going to hug you because you did good.
I might find that.
I'm going to give you an attaboy because you did good. There's all kinds of positive.
Okay.
If it's not negative, most likely it's positive. So
Okay,
if
makes
you didn't
sense.
get slapped with getting kicked out of the house or not being able to talk to your whoever, it's a positive consequence. So you have positive and negative.
Okay.
Okay.
Just when we're talking boundaries, it's usually a negative. It's all you got to worry about.
Right.
And we didn't really go into it in here, the boundary setting. Here, consequences must fit the crime, so the punishment must fit the crime. So I can't give you, I'm going to kick you out of my life, or, I'm going to shut you out of my life because you spilled a glass of milk. The punishment has to fit the crime, which is tough, but also the consequence has to be enforceable. Because a lot of us will say, you're grounded for 3 weeks, and then 2 days later, the kid's outside playing. What was the consequence? Mm-hmm. So now the kid knows whatever you say, it don't matter. It's going to be cut in a tenth. I'll get a tenth of that. That's better than jail time.
My father had that problem. He'd ground me for 2 months, and then within a month, I'm out doing whatever.
Less than that, because they're tired of seeing you.
Okay.
He's like, get out, go make some money.
Yeah.
See?
But I wasn't considered grounded if I was making money, because that was considered work, and you can't get grounded from work. I couldn't get grounded from the TV, get grounded for the video games, but it was like after a month or whatever, I was back at it. One time, and I prayed upon that, because okay, so you're gonna ground me for what, 6 weeks? Okay, 2 weeks I'll be out Friday night. No, he held up one time, and man, it stuck hard, and I never screwed up like that again.
So when we teach people to do boundaries, start small for your consequence, right? Have 3. I like the 3-strike rule. You're out, gone. So the first one's pretty easy, but you feel it, they feel it, right? Then the second one is a little bit harsher, and then the third one, because the person that's finally enforcing the boundaries has never enforced a boundary before, most likely. So they're going to have a hard time doing this. So you got to tell them, do it easy. Make something simple for yourself.
Make them known. Make them understood. Don't just say,
Well-
okay, I'm going to keep these boundaries to myself. No, make the people that you care about and that you want in your life, let them know what's actually going on.
Yeah, you'll have to write them.
Mm-hmm.
These boundaries we're going to talk about today most likely aren't written and given to them. They could be, though.
Yeah.
But
A lot of these are boundaries you're putting on yourself.
these are boundaries for me
Right.
more than anything, but they're still, something for the family.
A lot of these we're going to talk about, my family understands. You know what I mean? Like going into, like last year was the first, holiday season sober for me. So, and my support system, my mom is my big, she's my big support system. She's like, "What do you want me to tell the family?"
What's up, Mama Mags?
"Hey, Mama, what's up?" She
Hi,
said,
Ma.
she said, "What do you want me to tell the family? Do you even want me to tell the family anything?" And I was like, "No, you can let them know that I'm in recovery. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I don't want them to feel any different at a holiday celebration because I'm the one that's not partaking, right? But I also want you to know I'm not going to be there the whole time. I'm going to go for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm going to say hello. I'm going to try and be, same old me, because a lot of times you go into these things, you're not the same person that you used to be. A lot of the person that we used to be was intoxicated, So I let her tell the people that needed to know what they needed to know. So a lot of these aren't written down, but a lot of them can be discussed beforehand.
That's important.
Yeah.
Planning ahead,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, create a schedule or a plan for the holiday season to help you stay organized and focused on your recovery.
You guys know this. So a couple years ago when I was in treatment, I was in over the holidays. And so Thanksgiving and Christmas, I was in the sober living, so I got to go home for both Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I told Amy before I came home, I said, I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's probably going to be, if I start to feel squirrely, I'm out. And as you guys know, it was like 24 hours for Thanksgiving, and it was about 30 hours for Christmas. And I was just ready to get out of there because I'd been gone since October, and my family doesn't drink, but it was just being around them was difficult because it's like I don't know what to do with my hands. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I didn't. And I felt awkward, and I felt like everybody was trying too hard.
Yeah.
And so that kind of made me uncomfortable. And it's not their fault.
No.
Because they don't know. So, I was in a hurry to get back. So I've been telling the guys, because a lot of my guys that I have now are going to be there over the holidays. And it's like, look, we're going to talk about this leading up, which is great that we're doing this. But if you go home and you start to feel squirrely, turn around and come back. This is your safe place.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot of people that always say, "Well, I've already caused enough damage, so I don't want to put any more restrictions on my family. I don't want to put any more burden on them." And this is our recovery. That's the purpose of having a plan ahead of time, is to protect our recovery, especially that first year. People getting sober right now and then going into Thanksgiving, going into Christmas, that's way too much stimulation with the family. And most families are all kinds of dysfunction already. So we have to protect ourselves. Saying no is okay. And we'll go into all of it, but planning ahead.
I was going to say, I don't even hang out with my family on the holidays. I already know. It's just, I'm good.
The only way I did is if they came to our Celebrate Recovery, because
Exactly.
every Thanksgiving, you know what we were doing. We were feeding 100 people. Mm-hmm. Sitting down with 100 people at a table having Thanksgiving dinner. That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss that this year.
Yeah.
Might have to just do something anyway.
We should just show up.
No.
I'm actually keeping up the tradition, and I am working this Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, at
Yeah.
your gig.
Mhm.
Good.
Nice.
I don't, like I said, I don't go around family and that because I know how my family acts. And it's not so much about the drugs and the alcohol that goes along. The attitudes.
The drama.
Yes. No, I'm good.
The dysfunction.
Yes, there's the word I'm looking for.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I'm good. So, you need somebody to work Thanksgiving? I'm there.
Which I'm sure a lot of people, especially new to recovery, that's a trigger to them.
What is?
The drama.
Yeah.
Yes.
The stress, the
Very
drama,
much
the
so.
anxiety, all that. So it's like, just don't put yourself in that situation.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
So I like this one here is set time limits.
Yeah.
When we first started talking about setting time limits, I'm like, I'm going to really set a time limit, but it makes sense. I'm going here for 30 minutes. I'm going here for an hour. And people are like, 30 minutes? Yeah, that's about all I could stand before I start pulling my own hair out. And I don't have a whole lot left up top.
Start shaking the beard.
Yeah.
I start pulling on it.
Yeah, so I mean, if I'm going to go somewhere, Christina's really good about it. She's really good about putting the plan ahead, and she's very good about putting time limits in. She's like, hey, I'll give you 45 minutes in this place. That's it. All right, let's go do it.
Mm-hmm. Don't be the only one that knows your time limits too. Tell your support system, like, hey, I'm going here for an hour. If I don't call you in an hour, you need to call me, and that's my out. You know what I mean? Or tell your sponsor.
That's a good one, Mike.
Tell your, whoever you need to tell, let them know that you are setting this boundary for yourself, because this is about you. It is not about you being there for your family or anybody else. This is about you. So,
the bad date out. Have somebody call you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Exact same thing. So, I love that you said, if I know it's going to be dysfunctional, I'm not going to put myself in that situation. That was so important for me to understand early on in my recovery. Was like, I control the narrative. So if I don't want to have to deal with that drama or all that bull crap, I'm not going to go deal with it. I'm just not going to be there. I'm not going to let it even be an opportunity or give it a chance to let it get into me and start to fester. And then where it might go, well, he's went to the bar, So understand that you don't have to go to these family functions. If you're not ready, you don't have to go. And
That's selfish, isn't it?
well, frankly, you got to be a little selfish in your recovery.
Thank you.
But you've been selfish your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to still make it about you?
Yeah, because
that's what I hear.
Yeah.
Every time we
I'm
teach
glad you
this,
said that. Yeah.
Every time we teach that's exactly what we hear. I was doing outpatient right before Thanksgiving of last year, and this guy goes, "It's my job to make the jungle juice for our family. I have to do that this year." I'm like, "You're an idiot. No, you don't." "Yes, I do. I have to do it. It's tradition."
Dude, I know exactly what you're talking about, too.
Yeah, because that's when you first started.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm passing on
goodness.
this tradition to somebody else this year.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it in a little bit, but why not create new traditions then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's a new tradition. We don't have it now.
Even with setting time limits, someone I'm going to be there an hour and leave and stuff. Like I've shared before, when I used to go watch the fights at my brother's house, he would have friends over that did their own thing. So this was the deal. I come over there. I'll be there 5:30 to 8. We'll watch some prelims. We'll grab a bite to eat. We'll sit and talk. 8 o'clock, I leave. Your friends come and hang out.
Yeah.
And it worked out. And he was really respectful of that and stuff. So brother, if you're listening, love you, man. But it was so setting the time limits is working something like that out with your family as well. If you want me here, okay, the time I'm going to be here, can we do it like this?
No alcohol, no drugs, no nothing.
Right.
That's what it was. My first birthday party I went to.
Yeah.
With my buddy. He's like, no alcohol until 2 o'clock, or at noon, actually. And at noon, if Shane stays, it's on him.
Right.
So if I decide to stay, then that's on me. That's when I need the bad date call.
Yeah.
Make sure I'm out of there.
I hear a lot. That, well, my family's going to be talking about me if I don't go, or if I only go and I leave, they're going to be talking about me. Who cares?
Because when you get drunk and act a fool, they're going to talk about you anyways.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. And that goes back to, I think, being selfish. It's like, it doesn't matter. And this is where it's very important. The acceptance part of this, the coping skills is knowing, staying in my bubble. And it doesn't matter what your family thinks about you.
You're good.
Oh, okay.
So why'd you quit talking?
I don't
Were you
know.
done?
I guess I was.
No, I don't think you were.
So I don't
No, it
know where
doesn't-
you were.
It doesn't matter. I was talking about it's acceptance, and it doesn't matter what your family says about you or your friends.
What they say is none of your business.
Outside
your
opinions
business.
don't mean a damn thing.
They don't.
I'm almost 2 years sober, and I'm still fighting with that. Like outside opinions, what other people think of me. Frankly, I don't give a damn anymore. Like, I if I'm comfortable in my own skin, and this is what this is all about. Preparing for holidays, it's about being comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to worry about what other people are thinking. If I always say recover out loud so people don't have to recover in silence. I wear it as a badge of honor now. Like, I am in recovery. Take it or leave it. This is me now, you know?
I think it's the character defect of people pleasing.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I totally get that. Trying to please every single person. Why? Because you want to feel some type of validation? Hollow validation? I just don't.
For a lot of us. I had to mute it.
We're
For a
hitting
lot of
we're
us, we're
batting
already
100 right
insecure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so going into that, we're even more insecure because we don't have our security blanket of alcohol.
Yeah.
So we're definitely not comfortable in our own skin. We're already super insecure. So now we're going to go in here and everybody's looking at me. Everybody's talking about me and my insecurities are at an all-time high. Is it none of our business? Sure, it's none of our business what somebody says. But reality is we're going to care. And so what do we do about it?
Don't go.
Huh?
If you don't show up, then you don't know anybody's talking about you.
Well, you might be at home wondering what they're saying about you, but be around your support system. Go to a meeting.
Yeah.
Do
I'm
something.
glad you said that because you can plan meetings around your family events. It doesn't matter where you're going, what time you're going. There's going to be a meeting going on typically around the same exact time.
I know where we're at, there's several places that do meetings 24/7 starting on Thanksgiving Eve, because that's the biggest drinking day of the year.
Yeah.
Starts on Thanksgiving Eve and it'll run all the way through Thanksgiving, and it's the same thing on Christmas. Every single hour there's a meeting. So you can go there, get filled back up.
Yeah, it's a wise thing. I love going to meetings on holidays. I'd rather do that than go to families half the time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but yeah, that way, because, I mean, I actually enjoy my meetings the ones I go to, so they're more fun than hanging out with some of the people I know.
Mike, you said your mom is a huge supporter of yours.
Yeah.
And we all should have a support system. Who's some of yours? Besides sponsors and that, but family that really supports you.
I have such a small family that everybody, my mom's in recovery, my dad's in recovery, my wife's in recovery. So that's my immediate family. My kids obviously understand recovery now because they live it. But my family is so small that everybody gets it. I don't have any pressure.
Nice.
And I am fortunate there. I mean,
Then most of your friends are in recovery.
yeah.
That helps.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What about you?
What about me?
What kind of support systems you got when it comes to these types of
Well,
events?
so one of my things.
works.
What about me? Sorry, dude.
One of my things is we talk about family, but I don't really have friends. I have family. So, like, you brothers are my family. So this is where I relate to my family.
Oh,
And
see what
I-
you did there.
You like that?
Yeah.
Thank you. You're welcome. But so this is my support system, guys. I talked to my one brother because, he's has the thoughts of recovery. He just doesn't put forth the acts of recovery and that, but he's a good guy. But really, yeah, you guys are my family. This is what I have, my support system. And I work.
Yeah. Stay, what's the word? Why can't my brain work? Oh, I know why, but
Vigilant.
stay vigilant, but stay distracted. Try keeping your time busy.
Stay liquid. I think that's from SWAT.
Stay liquid.
Stay liquid.
I'm not sure.
recovery podcast talking about staying liquid. It sounds like something you would say at a bar.
Liquid courage control at a bar.
Oh, is that what that is?
Stay liquid.
You could say stay fluid.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay.
Roll with the punches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I heard when I heard it.
When you go to these gatherings, do you have to tell anybody you're leaving?
Oh, heck no. I think that's one of the
No.
greatest things.
Nope.
They're like, I got to go find somebody so I could tell them I'm leaving. No, you don't. Quit walking around the place before you grab the beer that's over there.
Yeah.
Just get the hell out. You could tell them later, because it would be nice if people know that you disappeared. But if you tell them ahead of time, so this is why I like to set it up. If I'm coming over to your house and there's some crazy stuff going on, look, I'm going to come over there, I'm going to hang out, but if things get too bad, you won't see me. I'm gone. And now you already know. And if you're afraid to tell the person because you don't want to hurt their feelings, then screw them, go and then leave, or just don't go. I like that one better.
Or just don't go. Yeah.
I like to just don't go the best,
Mm-hmm.
especially your first year or two into recovery.
I think it's important too, Shane, that thank you for saying that. If you have any worry, like if you have that pit in your stomach feeling, that gut feeling,
Yeah.
and it's just, it's too much for me, I can't, then don't go.
Right.
Just don't go.
No,
Is a complete.
not this year.
It's a complete sentence.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
No, not this year. Maybe next year. Depends.
Yeah.
So here's the thing for me, especially when it comes to family and even close friends. If you can't respect my recovery, then you don't respect me and you don't want me there. You're telling me your drinking is more important than me being there. That's what you're telling me. If alcohol is more important than me, then why in the heck are you inviting me anyway?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to drink, I just don't go to family functions if there's drinking. Still, to this day, me and Christina do not show up. Her families or my families. Is it because we can't be around it? No, it's because it's respect.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't respect us enough, then we won't be there. You want to respect us? Put it away.
I love that.
So, and some people find that harsh.
Yeah. People are, I mean, let's be honest, people are going to get butthurt.
And I
That's
don't
okay.
care.
No, don't,
That's their problem.
right.
So you're going to tell me you wanted me to get sober for so many years, and then I get sober, then you want to bring alcohol around me.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It's pretty wise.
I don't get it, but what are you
So
gonna do?
to me, it's just easier just to say, no, I'm not going to be there. And trust me, they're going to get their feelings hurt, but they're still going to love you. It's family. They'll call you a couple weeks later and, I really wish you'd have been there. Well, I don't. I'm glad I didn't go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And piggybacking off the no is a complete sentence, you don't owe anyone an explanation.
Nope.
This is my boundary.
Yep.
And you don't have to explain why it's your boundary. Hey, look, after I'm going to go for an hour, but if I get squirrely, I'm leaving. But why? Because that's the boundary I'm setting. That's it. Like, you don't have to go into, well, because I'm in recovery and don't. Just, yeah.
That's usually they try to manipulate you into staying. Oh no, it's not going to be that way. Just sit over here in this back corner where nobody can see you and nobody's going to mess.
Why?
gonna
Because
say-
Why
I
am I-
said so.
Why am I here then?
Right.
Why am I here?
Nobody puts Jeremy
That's-
in the corner.
See, that's the why that's not needed. I love to know the why,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
that's the why that you just don't get. Why? Because I said so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, touch that stove.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to be that stove in a minute.
I want to harp back on predetermined exit strategies. So I think it'd be a good idea if you maybe got dropped off and picked up by somebody that's supportive of you as opposed to you driving alone, because half the time that drive home, you're probably going to be a little bit maybe emotional. So say, hey, can I get a ride over here? And then will you come back in an hour and grab me? If possible. You know what I mean?
I don't like being there without a vehicle to escape in, though. That's me.
I get that. Yeah, I get that.
But I mean, so later we are going to talk about it. Thunder Buddy,
Yeah.
Battle Buddy,
Battle
whatever you want
buddies.
to call
Battle
it.
buddies,
Battle
yeah.
Buddy, Thunder
Yeah,
Buddy, and
sure.
then I had another word in there for it. But yeah, you should have. If you could have somebody with you, have them with you.
That's what I was going to say. Have your accountability team as your plus one.
Yeah.
And when I wrote it down here. So a sober buddy, battle buddy, or thunder buddy, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah, I like having the car thing. Like when we go over we used to, we don't do it anymore. But when I first got sober, because my wife's side of the family, they'll drink. They totally respect me. That's not an issue. But when I first started was, hey, I'm going to drive separate. And so if she wants to stay with the kids or whatever, she can do that. And then if I want to dip, I'm
Yep.
dipping.
Yeah.
And,
Or-
I might nay,
As opposed,
You might watch me.
yeah, whip and nay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or as
No.
opposed, drive separate.
You know, I
That's what I
would
said.
love,
Yeah,
I would
just
love to
drive
see
separate.
this happen.
What, him nay out to the
Hip
whip?
nay.
Whip and nay nay.
Where's Jeremy? Oh, he's
nay.
nay-naying outside.
We will record this. It'll be good.
Oh, God.
That would definitely be a small piece there.
And if anybody asks about who your who your support system is, it's a friend.
You don't know anybody in explanation.
You don't know anybody in explanation
Yeah.
at all. At all. Who's your friend? It's just a friend.
It's my thunder
I was
buddy.
gonna
It's my Thunder Buddy.
I was gonna sing some Biz Marquee.
Did you say he's just a friend?
Yeah.
So, and I like this one though. Practice gratitude,
Yeah.
because the holidays, man, it could get us into a funk. I mean, a funk.
Mm-hmm.
And that gratitude list, Christina just got a new gratitude journal. I haven't dug through it, but she said it's phenomenal.
About to, yeah.
Did you see it yet?
I saw it. Yeah, we're gonna start that after the one we're doing right now. So
I mean, she said it's pretty in depth. It's got a weekly check-in, like to where you're going through your stuff weekly. It has you dream big and it teaches you how to set goals to get to it. I mean, and it's all about this gratitude journal, and it tries to get you to write that 5 minutes a day in it, is what it tries to do. So, and the studies show you write, if you're thankful for that 5 minutes every day, that just the way that it increases your brain and your positivity, your happiness, your joy. It's pretty neat. So I want to see it. No one
Very
has
thorough.
got it here, and I haven't looked at it yet.
yeah.
Sorry.
What was he singing now?
I don't know.
Joy.
Joy and pain?
Yep.
Yeah,
You know
buddy.
it.
Here we go. Here we go.
That was a great jam in the dance too back in the day.
I love you said, you do not have to tell anyone you are leaving. Get out or finding alternative non-alcoholic beverages to enjoy.
Get
That
out.
does not mean non-alcoholic beer.
No.
Yeah, that means Mountain Dew, sweet
That
tea.
means soda, water, tea, lemonade. It does not mean an NA beer.
I don't.
or a mocktail.
That's one I do not understand. I don't understand NA beer, because that would send me. Well, this isn't doing anything for
I'd
me.
get a drink in and I'd be like, this is not right.
Yeah.
I need the real thing.
And then be pouring the real one in the
Yeah.
and then I can't stand
I
later.
will justify it. I am an addict.
We've talked about it in here, I'm sure. Ritual.
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
The liquor company Ritual makes it taste like the real thing, but without the alcohol. So you don't get the effect, but you get the same taste. You got to break those rituals to get rid of it as well.
Stuff's even named Ritual. How sad is that?
Right. Yeah, it's
We brought that up a couple of podcasts back, so you might want to go back and take a look and see what we talked about.
Yeah.
Call back. Well done.
Thank you.
You were talking about writing 5 minutes a day.
writing 5 minutes a
Hey,
day.
what do you
When
write
you
with?
when you write, what do you use?
Yeah, what do we use?
I don't know. Let me break out the mini real quick.
Oh, we got
The
the
mini.
We got the chub.
Oh, yeah. See, I got the mini. Except for I don't have my glasses on, so I couldn't tell which way it goes.
It says awake and sober on it.
But I can't read it because I don't have my glasses. So hopefully they can read it now. Yeah, we got the new pens, Awake and Sober pens. This one is a stainless steel mini, and this one here is a stainless steel short. My regular one's out in the car. I mean, out in the living room. But yeah, they got 3 different sizes of everything, whether it's pens, pencils, but the greatest writing instrument to me that there is.
Yes.
So I had somebody ask me today, can they get one of those with the awake and sober clip on it? Because that's what they want.
I would do it. I mean, it only makes sense. I would love for them to
Well, they want
support.
to go. They want to order
Yeah.
from Tactile Turn, but they're like, I want the one that says awake and sober on it. I'm like, well,
And I will text
Had
Will.
a testimony.
I will text Will and tell him to go ahead if people want to order it to put it on there.
okay.
I think it's $10 for the engraving. That's it. But they already have the files, so I mean it'll make it easy.
We have a special code, correct?
We do Sober 15.
Nice.
Sober 15 gets them 15% off. So I mean that's a pretty good price.
That's a
Yeah.
good price.
It don't do seasonals. Like seasonals are the specials. Like when they
I love this.
I get why. But any of the standard pens, and I think they will do Zerk on it though. So if they want a Zerk, yeah.
Oh, now I'm at the.
Sexy.
I'm at the
I think I'm gonna have to
contact
order me a Zerk. Because yeah. How do you like your pencil? Well, I see you got the pen.
I got the pen, and it's nice bronze pen that's been used. Love it. And that, but the pencil I actually used for I was marking up some wood to cut for my wife because she's putting some new shelves up, and I used the pencil, and it held up really nice. The lead, I mean, it felt great in the hand. The weight of the pencil itself, it's awesome. I enjoy it.
That 0.7 is fire.
Yeah.
Normally I'm 0.5. Have you used your pencil?
Well, I got it last week and I've been sick for 5 days, so I haven't had a chance.
That means you've been at home. You've had a lot of
You've had
chances.
a lot of chances.
No,
to journal,
what I
Michael.
do, yeah.
Telling
So
Journal.
Telling.
I do journal, and I typically do
pencil.
use my tactile. But there are some times I'm like, where to go? and then I got to find it. So
Oh, it's a terrible feeling.
it is a terrible feeling. Trust me, it is. But no, I found it, and I really do enjoy it. The weight in the hand and the way it moves it's incredible.
Yeah, it's
And I was not one of these people that likes these kind of pens for the longest time.
One of these people.
Yeah, one of those people. But then I started using it, and I'm like, why was I using anything else before?
Here's the thing.
Any sense?
you could put whatever refill you pretty much want in it.
Mm-hmm.
You might have to trim it a millimeter, but most of them, like when it comes to the standard length, all your so if you have a favorite refill, it'll fit.
Yeah.
It will fit in one of these, whether it's the mini, the short, or the standard.
And you could also use it for self-defense if necessary.
Well, especially the stainless steel, it's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Flick somebody upside the head
Oh, yeah.
like a billy club?
Do a little John Wick with it, too.
There you go.
With
So-
a pencil.
And with the pins.
Who does that?
We are going to be doing a giveaway for these two, though.
Yeah.
So we're going to put some things together and let people, we'll give these two pins away. It's our last two that we have. And so we'll give these two away before we get more in. And
Quite the value.
yeah, I like this. So I didn't think I would like the mini, but I really do. I was shocked because it fits in my little small notebook really well. And so I like it. It's just strange in the hand, but I could get used to it because it's heavy.
Yeah.
Because it still has weight to it. So look, man, hop on tactileturn.com, get yourself a tactile turn pen, pencil, sober 15 to get 15% off.
Right on. Right on.
So we talked on practicing self-compassion. We haven't touched on that one yet, have we?
No. And I mean,
I don't like self-compassion. Moving on.
I'm really surprised. I thought everybody had a pity party.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. I know when I was
that wouldn't be self-compassion.
when
would
I was
it?
in treatment. So I went to treatment and I started getting sober early in the year. So I had a little bit of time to, work up towards the holidays and few months before, the big ones like 4th of July and Labor Day and all that stuff. So there was some time to have a pity party, but it quickly went away once I started being more grateful. We started talking about being grateful earlier. So if anybody's like me, you used to like to drink and drive. Well, I got in trouble a lot, right? So I had a device put on my car. There's not a better feeling than being able to leave at any time that you want to in a situation you do not like. And before, with that on my car, if I started, I was stuck and I could not leave. So now I take it everywhere because if I do want to leave, I know exactly where I'm at and I'm good to go. So I'm incredibly grateful for all of those run-ins with the law and everything like that. I was that cloud. It was not their fault. They're not the ones that that broke the law. I was, and I'm grateful for those things because now I can see the error of my ways, and I'm grateful for the bad stuff that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
So self-compassion. Yeah, I have to love myself for who I am and what I am right now.
So how do we practice self-compassion? It obviously wouldn't be a pity party. I was just messing with them, but
I ran with it.
you did great, Michael.
Taking time out for yourself to this whole thing.
That's his favorite thing.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, and don't worry, you know that to be on there.
Oh, I know it will. That's why I did it.
You do?
It's the-
You're a dork.
I take all the
Walk.
I take all them chances I get, and I put
Oh,
them
I
up.
have to.
So what were you saying? Take time for you.
Take time for you. Like you says, it's the holidays, stressful thing. Everything can be stressful. Shopping, whatever it is you're doing, remembrance of people that have passed. Just whatever you're dealing with. Be sure to take the time out for yourself. Pray, meditate, journal, exercise, whatever it is you do for yourself. Take time out for self.
Disc golf before it gets too cold. Golf, I guess.
Pickleball
I'm-
inside, it's warm.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset at the last 5 days because it's been the nicest 5 days in a while, and I was on my
especially for
couch.
November.
I was on my couch.
right.
I was supposed to play today. Little 9-hole course here in Lake St. Louis. I was going to go play, but my belly wasn't feeling well this morning, so I didn't go.
I get that.
It wouldn't have been wise.
How do you practice self-compassion?
Taking time for me. I like to play disc golf. I like to play pickleball these days, but really it's celebrating the victories along the way. There's always something that we could celebrate. It's so easy to get in that negative mindset. We talked about it last week. I could beat myself up. And so if I'm starting to celebrate victories, I won't be doing that. I don't have to get caught up in the hustle and the bustle, but I could celebrate a little victory here and there.
do you celebrate even the little things? I mean, it's like when you would say it to somebody might look at you like you're a goofball or something. But okay, so incidents happen. I get a message from my daughter saying a certain thing. The fact I didn't hop in my car and do something like I would normally have done back in the day, to me, that's a celebration.
Why wouldn't you celebrate it?
I do.
You
But
have
some
to
people, I
celebrate.
just think some people look at you like you're
Then that's
You know
on
what I'm
them.
saying?
Let's
Yeah.
go back to
You know, I don't
let's go back
care.
to the thing of what they say
Right.
is none of my business.
Right.
But that's what I'm just asking. Do you
Yes,
celebrate
I
those
do.
things? Yes. That to me, that's a big celebration that I haven't did that.
Here, I've even celebrated with people that they tell me that they only have an opiate problem, not a drinking problem, and so they were still drinking. They celebrated their opiate sobriety, and then they still drank. And then the next month they come back and they celebrated both, and they kept doing two. So I had to pay. I had to buy extra chips just so they could. But I'll celebrate it with you. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I'm going to celebrate whatever we can because it needs to be celebrated, especially early in our recovery.
Yeah.
100%.
Now, later in our recovery, the problem is that we could beat ourselves up even worse. So we still need to celebrate the little things if we can't find the big things to celebrate.
Yeah, I think that going back to basics and starting to celebrate those little things.
Yeah,
Because I feel like a lot of times it gets achievement focused when you get into recovery sometimes. As like, oh, I only have this much time, or I only have this much time. Dude, you woke up sober. Good for you.
You
went
woke
to,
up.
You went to bed sober. You woke up. Period. I made it to lunch sober. Awesome. Now let's make it to the car at the end of the day.
Yeah, and not get a
Compartmentalize
DUI.
those little things. And exactly, like make it home. Those small, tiny little things. Those what really, really got me through, and still do to this day sometimes. It's little victories. The more small victories I have throughout the day, the bigger the achievement is at the end of the day.
I said no today.
Yeah, big
There
one.
you go.
Big one.
That's a huge victory
Yep.
because now I'm not going to go put myself in a situation I don't need to.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, and this was always a fun one to talk about. Focus on what the holidays are really meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for the season? What?
Jesus.
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 But I mean, Thanksgiving isn't. But I mean, if we will take a step back and truly focus on, none of our holidays say this is for drinking and drugging. That's not the way that they were originated. That's what we turn them into because that's what we do. But that's not what they were meant for. So, what would it take to get the family and everybody else back to see what the reason is for that season, whatever season that may be? Just focus on it. Focus on that holiday. Focus on why you're celebrating and who you're celebrating with. Make sure you're celebrating with people you want to celebrate with anyway.
Yeah.
Big time. Mm-hmm. And don't just do it because that's what you've always done.
No.
Just that ritual thing. It's a ritual. I have to go home and I have to be with these people. No, you don't.
I got
Or
to make
if
the
it's a
jungle
tradition.
juice.
Or if it's a tradition, sorry, mom, dad, brothers, sisters, grandpa, grandma, I'm starting a new one
Yeah.
because I gotta worry about number one.
You know what? All you guys drink whenever we go wherever. So the new tradition is if you want to see me, come to my house.
There you go.
And there will be no alcohol. We'll check it at the door.
That was the good Lord saying, "Amen, brother." Preach it.
God, we love you. Wow, that was good. One of the dogs must have knocked something over. I do
Yeah.
not want to go up there
That was a big old
and
boom.
see what that is. So communicate your needs. Ooh.
Communication. What's that?
But even communicating your needs, and you see what I put. You do this. You're one of the single people that do it because a lot of times Fanos is for couples to do.
Mm-hmm.
What does it stand for?
Feelings, affirmations, needs, ownership,
Struggles.
and struggles
Well,
/ sobriety
what about successes?
or successes. Yeah. Which I heard the other night. I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty good.
She didn't tell you that earlier? Because Brent's been doing that for a while. Like when Brent started that, it was like, ooh, that's good.
Yeah. She might have too, but
Because why do I have to do a struggle? Why can't I do maybe one of each?
Right. Yeah.
Fanos.
Phenosis.
Phenosis, yeah.
Phenosis.
Phenosis. Multiple S's.
Yeah, because the thing I like about Fanos, especially for, and you don't have to do it with a spouse, but you could do it with another person. Because if I'm doing the feelings, the ownership, the needs, I'm finally learning to express my needs to somebody because they can't say anything back.
Yeah.
And that's how it gets us used to it. So that's why I put that on there. Start practicing a Phanos. Google what a Phanos is, and it'll give you the instructions on how to do it, and start practicing
We
it.
could even probably pop one up on the screen.
Probably could.
Yeah.
Well, we could probably put one in the show notes since you type them now.
Oh, this is true. I do that. Yeah, I think I'll add it.
Yeah.
So I love that it says the word in here is committed. Let your family and your friends know your limitations, communicate your limitations, and know that you are committed to your recovery and that certain situations or behaviors may be triggering. I say this all the time. I don't know what I don't know, nor does anybody else. So how am I supposed to go through life prepared for something that I don't know? You know what I mean? Like, I have to let people know what my limitations are, what my triggers are, for them to be looking out for them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So don't be afraid and let people know I am committed to this. So if you maybe see me do something that I shouldn't be doing, you need to let me know.
Call me out.
Call me out. There's that accountability, right? I have a responsibility to myself, but I'm also putting a certain accountability on you to be like, yo, this isn't right. So let's get it fixed up.
I think we should get those made badges that says in recovery.
It's not a bad idea.
You know, I like
Yeah.
you say you wear yours like a badge.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
So you wear a badge that says in recovery.
And a lot of people don't. They're ashamed of it,
Mhm.
or I guess they hear that we shouldn't shout it from the rooftops.
There's this stigma. There's still is, you know, it's so stigmatized that it's. I never understood that, you know, but I'm also not. I like being the center of attention. Shocking, but
Yeah, right.
yeah, but yeah, I think it's just there's a stigma going on about it, or still that persists. That I did have a problem, so I must still have a problem.
Or people hear attraction versus promotion, and they think that they can't ever walk around with a recovery saying on there. Why? You don't have to promote anything but recovery. Look,
Yeah,
recovery is a great thing. If you don't want to go around and say, well, fellowship, that's fine. Don't. But, I mean, I promote every fellowship there is. I'm a CR guy. But I could tell you, when I'm on the stage, I tell people, AA, NA, Al-Anon, Nar-Anon, you name it, CODA, get to a meeting. You need multiple meetings in a week, get to a meeting. I will promote any of them because I think they're all needed. And I think they all have good points to them.
Without a doubt. I mean, I'm a Celebrate Recovery guy myself, but I've spent more time at AA meetings lately than I have at Celebrate Recoveries. And that, because, like you said, you know, they work, you know.
Well, why wouldn't you want a well-rounded recovery? I want to go somewhere and hear different things, right? There's some great wisdom at AA meetings, NA meetings. They've been going on a lot longer than the Celebrate Recoveries around here have.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're going to get a lot more sobriety. Get in there. Listen. Shut your mouth and listen. It's some good stuff. So,
100%.
Jerm, anything on communication, though?
Said you ain't communicated with us in a while. You're sitting
I-
there all quiet.
It's just, I know, I was.
Yeah, you haven't talked in like 15 minutes. What are you doing?
He's been a little studious over there.
I have been. I've been just, I've been down a rabbit hole. So that's what happened.
No better time like it.
It was about Jesus, actually. So, no, so I just went down this
Did you
rabbit
find
hole.
scripture?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could go ahead and do one now if you want to do one now.
Oh, sure.
You could close out with one. You could do one now. It don't matter. It's just good.
No, I was just thinking Acts 20:35. In all things I have shown you that by working hard in this way, we must help the weak and remember the words of the Lord Jesus, how he himself said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. It's giving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Giving.
No, I just like that one.
Oh, thank you.
I find I always feel better after giving something away, regardless of what it might be. It could be just a little tidbit of knowledge. It could be a little bit of compassion, empathy, sympathy, not even sympathy, but, you know, giving away what was so freely given to me, that is what keeps me going. Because that feeling I get from that is just, to me, nothing gets better. When you can give something away or you can help somebody out, and then they come back and they have a smile on their face and they said, I thank you. I did the same exact thing. That's life, man. That's what life is all about. So I love that. Nice.
Here, I thought he was going to give away a tactile turn pen.
No,
I mean,
no.
What?
I thought he was going to give me a tactile turn pin. He likes to give things away. I was just waiting.
You got them pens?
Yeah. Come on, give it here. And we covered it earlier, but say no when necessary.
Yeah.
I don't think we could ever touch on that enough, though, because it's the scariest thing for us to do is to say no.
And the funny thing is, it's the same sound in like 20 different languages. No. No matter what language you say.
Derek spent time looking up different languages, the way they say no.
No.
He's on a rabbit hole, but
German,
Jesus, you're looking
German
at
just says
different
nine.
forms.
Nine.
Nine.
Spanish. No.
No.
No. Italian. No. You get it more that in it.
In the end, avoid triggers and avoid high-risk situations. In the end, avoid triggers and avoid high-risk situations. Identify your triggers. This is important. Wrapping it around to what we talked about at the beginning. Plan ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You know what you're walking into. You already know that. So just let's avoid it. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
And if you can't avoid it, understand what you're walking into and have an exit plan.
Yes.
Too many of our people are going to put themselves in a situation that they think they're ready for that they're not.
How many people? If you had to guess, I mean, there's no number on this. How many people do you think relapse on the holidays that have been sober for a period of time?
We're looking at percentage-wise?
All of them.
I mean, if you're looking at percentage, 30,
You think?
probably.
I don't know. I don't know enough about it to give a
Because,
actual answer. I really don't.
but the problem is they try to
25.
hide it.
One thing I've noticed in the treatment center world is people that leave right before the holidays
Mm-hmm.
or in between that Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're almost guaranteed to see them come January, February.
Yep.
They just come right back.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to get home for my family. It's the holidays. How many times do we hear that? Is, well, it's the holidays. I got to be home for my family. I got to be home for my. What good are you going to be if you go out and relapse?
I was so sick of hearing that last year.
It's so.
But they'll never stop doing it.
No.
No.
I am so proud of Brent. And so, Brent, when you listen to this, yes, I'm proud of you. Not only did he go to treatment, then he went to the long PHP program. Now he's in sober living. He could have already been out of sober living, right? And you don't have to stay any certain amount of time. But because we're coming up on the holidays, and he talks to me about it, he talks to his therapist about it, and we sit down and we develop a plan. He said, nope, I'm staying in the sober living through the holidays because I have no business being at home with all that stress and his family's not small.
No.
And so he knows where that's going to lead. Like, it's going to put him in a bad headspace. It's going to lead him down a rabbit hole, and most likely he'll end up using. Right now, he's got a pretty good foundation, so I doubt if he would, but why take the risk? He's staying gone. He's staying in sober living, and I'm sorry, but he's at a more expensive sober living, and he's spending a fortune to be there. Stay at your sober living.
Yeah.
Stay at the transitional house. Stay inside treatment for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Christina, she went to the behavioral health unit our first year of marriage because I drove her nuts. I'll take the blame for it. Just good. But she was in the behavioral health unit. Now, our daughter's birthday's December 31st. At the end of the year, right around Christmas, she goes in, and they were getting ready to let her out in enough time for Lily's birthday. And she says, I have to stay. I cannot go home and deal with this right now. And so she stayed in through New Year's, through her daughter's birthday, because she knew that's what was best for her in that moment. Do what's best for you. Your family will be okay. They'll be there next year.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not, then you'll go to the funeral. Something happens. But don't put yourself in a situation. Otherwise, we might be doing your funeral.
Preach.
I'm tired of it. I'm tired of losing people.
Yep.
This is life or death. Is it worth my life to go sit with you for an hour? I don't even like you much anyway. Because all we do is fight. My football team and your football. Hey, why? Take care of yourself, please.
Amen.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are the most important person.
Yes.
You are loved.
You have worth and value.
There is hope. There is this journey you're embarking on is worth it. We're all living proof of that here. And don't give up 5 minutes before the miracle.
Yeah.
Because if you keep doing, and it's so cliche, I haven't done cliche in a while, doing the next right thing. It's as simple as doing the next right thing. When we give away what we have, we get to keep it. That's how we keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take care of you. Above all things, the holidays and that, take care of you. You come first.
If you're not first, you're last.
Hell, you could even be fifth. Have a plan. My biggest thing is have a plan. Understand what you're walking into. The more honest you are with the people that you love and that love you, the easier these holidays will be. You'd be surprised what people will do to help you out. So, be honest, be open, communicate, and like Jeremy said, you are the most important person in your life right now. So it's okay to be selfish.
Yes.
Try something different this year. Don't go. Tell your family, if you guys have to have the alcohol there, then you don't have to have me. If you have to have the drugs there, then you don't want me there.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens. I guarantee you they'll either put it up or you'll have your answer, which is more important. So then you keep your butt at home.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be okay.
And you'll see where you stand in that little.
Oh yeah. It will become clear.
It's pretty fun because that's the greatest way to put it back is I want the respect. That's it. So you give me the respect and I'll be there. If you don't respect me enough, I won't be there. You get to make the choice. Do you want me there or not? So have a great holiday.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Big Perm, what do we have for some more scripture?
Okay. James 1, verse 12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. And then my favorite, Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight.
Amen.
Amen.
Isn't that the truth? Look, love yourself enough and others will love you. God bless you guys. Have a good week.
Peace.
You going to say anything, Mike? Bye.
Don't forget to like and share.
Like, share.
Oh, yeah. Look at Mikey. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw a comment on there, then throw it.
We're on every podcast platform.